So we are in downtown Warsaw right now, and in this vlog I'm gonna show you what life has been like in Poland during the pandemic. Yo guys, what is up? I hope you're all doing great. It is a pretty lame intro to have right now because I guess nobody's doing great. But what can I do? That's my intro. Anyways, I hope that you are at least doing okay because, well, that's the best we can do right now. So I've been filming for the past 2 weeks and I wanted to show you what is the situation in Poland right now. What is it like to live in Poland during this pandemic? So overall, the situation in Poland has been getting worse recently, much worse, unfortunately. More and more people are getting sick and there are more and more restrictions. We are on our second lockdown this year. When I first arrived in Poland a couple of weeks back, it was still pretty-ish normal. You had to wear masks everywhere, but restaurants were open, shops were open. And about a week after I arrived, basically everything closed. Actually, I managed to film 2 days before a shopping mall was closed. I randomly went to a shopping mall without actually knowing that they will be closing. I hope you can hear me because of this mask. Although in my case, it might not be a problem because I'm really good at yelling. My friends always tell me to like be quiet. My mom also says that a lot and it really pisses me off. I'm done with work and I'm heading to the metro station. I'm gonna go downtown first to a shopping mall and then I'm gonna meet up with my brother and we're gonna grab a bite to eat or grab a bite to eat. We're gonna order takeaway to eat because that's all you can do nowadays. There are restrictions on how many people can be in one store at the time. I just tried to walk into Bershka and they told me off for just walking in and not standing in the line. Yeah, I didn't know there was a line. There were just these two girls standing in front of, and I thought they were just like chilling there, but no, that was a line. I shouldn't even go to Bershka anyways because I don't have nothing to buy because I'm not going anywhere. So I'll just go up to the electronic section. Kaja. Oh nie! So right now we're basically, I would say, in full lockdown, but really what does lockdown mean? I think what's kind of interesting is that lockdown really is so different from country to country. Here in Poland, here in Warsaw, what it looks like is that we are allowed to go outside as much as we want and we can freely move around the city and around the country, so that's great. You are obligated to wear a mask as soon as you step outside. So we are at Świętokrzyska right now, which is one of the main streets here in Warsaw or central Warsaw, and it's Sunday, so usually people would be out, but obviously now it is very empty. There are people out, but it is still quite empty. Okay, that might have looked a little weird, just me standing there. My mom sent me a text this morning, go out for a walk while you still can, and I was like, stop being so dramatic. But then I thought, okay, man, she has a point, you know, she might be right. I better go for a walk while we still can walk outside freely. I wanted to go and sit on this bench, but there's a whole lot of glass there, so I'm not gonna do that. Like, what an idiot, what an idiot. I mean, not me, the person who left the glass there. The only time of the day, basically, when I'm not wearing a mask, I mean, unless I'm sitting at home and I'm like always sitting at home. So, well, the only time of the day outside when I'm not wearing a mask is when I run. So luckily in Poland you can run without a mask in parks, in forests and beaches. We do not have forests and beaches here in central Warsaw, but we do have a park. So what I usually do is that I put my mask on when I'm still in the apartment, and then when I get to the park I take it off. I obviously do my best to keep my distance. I run, so like I'm not in like contact with anyone. I guess I'm still lucky in the way because I have a job and I'm working remotely, and I did work remotely even before this whole pandemic, not full-time remotely, but I was working both from an office and then I was working remotely sometimes. And that way for me, it wasn't really difficult, the transition between working in an office and then working remotely. My company is like very much used to it. Well, we work on a daily basis with people that are all around the world, so anyways, all our meetings happen through a computer, so in that way it's fine for me. But yeah, I'm definitely getting tired of sitting at home. I do not hate working from home. I actually like it, but like I like it when you can go out and hang out with people and eat at restaurants and just like have a life beside working. Otherwise I wouldn't really mind working from home, but yeah, now it's like a whole other level of isolation, obviously. Last Sunday I was so feeling like going somewhere and I've literally had nowhere to go. I was trying to come up with like any freaking where. I literally have nowhere to go. Nowhere. There's no one around me, that's why I took my mask off. So it is Sunday and everything is closed. The malls are closed. Yeah, what else? Gym, cinema, museum, because that's what I would usually do on a Sunday. I would go for a little stroll at the museum. No, but honestly, like now I actually wanted to. Now when the museums are closed, I was actually considering going to a museum, but I can't. Anyway, since I have absolutely nowhere to be right now and nowhere to go, I decided I will just go for a walk. That was supposed to symbolize how empty the metro is.
Modes of public transport and keep a safe distance from other passengers.
Look what I found in my pocket. Ticket to metro in Paris. Well, I'm not gonna be using that one for a while. So I'm walking down the Krakowskie Przedmieście right now, the Krakowskie Przedmieście. I always find it so funny whenever I have to speak English and say a Polish name. I don't know why, it just sounds so weird. Anyways, there are definitely people here. It's not completely empty. Everyone is wearing masks and people are just walking because that's what you can do nowadays. You can walk. So I think I'm just gonna walk down a little bit more and then go to the river. So sad. Normally this and all these places are restaurants, but now everything is closed. I live right next to a hospital, so I mean, I don't know why I'm smiling, it's not funny. I basically see ambulance like going back and forth constantly. Like, I'm not exaggerating. I know I like to exaggerate, but no, I'm not. Like, they're constantly just driving back and forth. Sometimes I see those people inside wearing those like kind of like, you know, full cover, how do you call it, like astronauts, you know? And I'm like, this is honestly like people who work in hospitals, people, you know, nurses, doctors are like, whoa, like, ugh, it feels bad to complain about my job then, like, oh, I have to sit at home and I cannot go to a party, you know, I have to take away my food. But yeah, I guess at the same time I feel like, yeah, I shouldn't complain, especially online, because, you know, there are haters out there. But come on, okay, we've all been in this for almost a year now. We can all complain a little. It's hard, it's not easy to sit at home and have nowhere to go. Okay, so what do I actually do beside working, running? I don't really do much else. I try to get out every single day, not really. So I need some bread in my life, so I'm gonna go buy bread and take a little walk, like just like a 20-minute walk, so I can get some fresh air. Oh, I really love seeing how many people in Poland fight for their rights and refuse to stay silent right now, especially when the times are so challenging. we all need to be really careful how we treat ourselves, and we all need to remember to be nice to ourselves. That's what I at least remind myself on a daily basis. Be nice. I don't make those strict rules for myself, like you need to get out every day for a walk to get some fresh air. No, the rules are kind of like, if I don't go running, I should get out, but there's no like, you know, if I go for a walk for 20 minutes, I'm still happy. What I'm trying to say is that, especially in the beginning of this whole pandemic, during the first lockdown, I think a lot of us tried to sort of force these almost unrealistic expectations towards what we're gonna get done during the pandemic, because I mean, now we're at home, we can get so much shit done, right? But I think at this point it's just really important to set goals, but also realistic goals towards what we're gonna get done during this second lockdown. I also try to do my best to support local restaurant, local businesses here in Warsaw. So I ordered takeaway. I mean, I have an excuse to order takeaway. I'm like low-key obsessed with Korean styled tofu. Not low-key, I'm obsessed. Like, I want to eat it every single day. So I order that a lot, and what I do is that I often go and pick it up by myself. And if you have a chance, if you have the possibility to do that, I will encourage you to do the same, because when we order through Uber Eats or Bolt Eats or whatever it's called, I guess the restaurants are getting less for it. And I think right now those small local businesses definitely need our support more than those big corporations like Uber. Otherwise, from like personal goals, if you have been watching my channel for a while, you might know that there's a project that I've been talking about for at least a year now. Yeah, maybe even 2 years. I've been doing it for years, like literally freaking fucking years. And I promise you guys that you will see it in 2020, but you know what? That might not happen. You might first see it in 2021, but in the beginning of 2021, I promise, because it's almost done. Obviously, I'm talking about my book. I'm working on my book. I promise it will be out soon. And yeah, I did have some difficulties, major failure, you could call it even. Maybe like the biggest failure of my life, even though I don't know. As some of you also might have noticed, like I don't even know if anyone has noticed, but I will tell you anyways. I took a break from YouTube. I took over 2 months break from YouTube, which was not planned at all. It was basically because just during summer, yeah, pretty much in summer, I had like, I don't know what it was, but I just got very tired. I got very tired after winter/spring, when I put too much on my plate. I was trying to achieve too much, I guess, failed off, well, what's new, right? And then I just got really demotivated and discouraged, and I just stopped. It wasn't a plan. It was not like a conscious decision, I'm taking a break to focus on myself. No, it was kind of just like I just couldn't make myself edit. And at first I was trying to force it, but then I was like, you know what, maybe it happened, maybe I just lost my passion for it, maybe I just don't want to make videos anymore, and what's the point of forcing myself? So I just took a chill for a little bit, and I mean, as you can see, I came back. I forced myself to make that first video. I interviewed Jenny Jo, who is a fellow YouTuber. She also used to live in Shanghai. She's Australian, Chinese. And yeah, I did a really awesome interview with, like, what can I do, guys? No, I mean, I had a very nice conversation with her. It was super interesting, and she was very sweet, a very nice person to talk to. And yeah, that first video sort of like pushed me back into making videos. Pushed me is the wrong word, because yes, I did push myself to do it, but then I was like, you know what, it was great. I had so much fun. I loved it. It wasn't really the filming part that kind of was like, it was more the editing part. Like, I was still game on filming, I just couldn't make myself edit and sit in front of a computer. You know, I think After this year, we all had way too much of computer time. I mean, I sit on my computer for 8 hours per day for work, and then after work I would, you know, just continue sitting on my computer and then editing or writing, and at some point I just had too much. But anyways, I had a break and now I'm back. I'm very excited to be back, and I'm actually really, you know, inspired to make videos, so you will be seeing many more videos on this channel. I have so many ideas as usual. Yeah, ideas are not an issue for me for sure, execution is, but you know. Also, let me know in the comments if you have any specific requirements to what you want to see on this channel, and let me know what is the situation where you live, if you guys are also in lockdown, and what are the restrictions. It's kind of interesting to hear how, you know, how different countries are handling it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hopefully see you soon. Bye.